Hi everyone, my name is Rachel Nuneker, and for the purpose of this presentation, I work in HR, and I am giving an informative presentation to my fellow employees about cyberbullying in the workplace. The girl I share a cubicle with is so incompetent and so distracting. Why does she insist on coming to work dressed up like a fat slut? Post. Conflict in the workplace is inevitable, but cyberbullying has become more prevalent as the years go on, and you might even find yourself being a victim of cyberbullying in the workplace. In today's working world, some employees are faced with being victims of cyberbullying in the workplace every day. As a communications major, I've taken a special interest in conflict crisis and negotiation, and I've done research on how to understand why this is happening and how to prevent it. I will first describe what cyberbullying is defined as, then I'll explain how cyberbullying affects lives, and I'll share some tips on what you can do if you are ever cyberbullied in the workplace. Cyberbullying in the workplace happens every day, but what is cyberbullying? Cyberbullying differs from conventional bullying because it's done through social media. And when it comes to cyberbullying, an employee can be harassed via email, text message, message board, making it even easier for a bully to attack the victim. According to a study done by the University of Sheffield and Nottingham University, 8 out of 10 people have experienced cyberbullying in the workplace, and within the past 6 months, 14 to 20% of those people felt that they've been a victim at least once a week. The Workplace Institute found that 70% of perpetrators are men, while 60% of victims are women, Hispanic women being the most targeted. Why does this happen, you might ask? It's because when an attacker uses cyber means to harm their target, it can be easier for the attacker to deny the intent or context of the interaction without any witnesses, according to the Mondoc Business Briefing. Cyberbullies in the workplace can even feel more empowered by having a sense of anonymity when they detach themselves from the physical social interaction. Cyberbullying is trending in the workplace, and it's an important topic to discuss because of the costs associated with it and different forms of harassment involved. Which is why cyberbullying can have a negative impact on our emotions. So how can cyberbullying affect our daily lives? A study done by Rachel Kami and others looked at cyberbullying in the workplace and its negative impact on emotions. Negative emotions include social and emotional loneliness, anxiety, depression, stress, and even suicide. These negative emotions are a direct result of the psychological impact cyberbullying can have on an employee. Rachel Kashimi's study surveyed a large IT company. They found that the majority of employees who have negative emotions due to cyberbullying were young men and new employees. The study also included 3 separate surveys that asked employees about their cyberbullying experiences and how it affected their mental health or well-being. Overall, those who have experienced cyberbullying in the workplace tended to have high mental strain with low job satisfaction. This issue is worse than conventional bullying. The study showed that, in their opinion, cyberbullying effects are worse than conventional bullying effects. And it might have something to do with the fact that witnesses of cyberbullying events lack empathy because they are less affected when they see these types of behavior. So what happens if you find yourself being a victim of cyberbullying in the workplace? Here are a few recommendations on what you can do if you find yourself being a victim of cyberbullying. The first being get support. According to the Mondoc Business Briefing, it's important to try to get support from your boss and colleagues. When other employees are made aware of a bully's behaviors, they're more inclined to not believe the bully's antics after a while. A bully is less inclined to exhibit these behaviors when they aren't being encouraged. Another thing you can do is request mediation with human resources. This will force you both to tackle the situation head on and figure out what both parties can do to ensure a better working environment. Law enforcement would be the last alternative, but only if the harassment has escalated to a legal extent, such as stalking or death threats. Cyberbullying is done over social media. It can have a negative effect on our daily lives and emotions, but luckily there are ways to combat workplace bullies. Cyberbullying happens in the workplace every day, but it's important to know what cyberbullying is, how it can affect someone, and how to stop it. So when you go into work, don't be a victim, and more importantly, don't be a bully. Thank you.